Okay, welcome to another STMA Google Sites 101. In this tutorial rather, we are going to take a look at how to add a calendar, a Google Calendar, put it right there in your website, either on the front page or maybe just its own calendar page or however you choose to do it. To do this, you're going to have to work with Google Calendar. So you're going to have to step outside of Google Sites just a little bit. It's not terribly difficult, but you are having to learn kind of a different, not quite program, but a different way of doing things. It's pretty easy once you get the hang of it, and I'm going to walk you through it, and I think you'll all be able to handle it just fine. So we're signed into our Google site. Up top here, you see it says Calendar. I'm just going to hold down Control and open it up in a new tab, and it opens up my calendar here. Now you can see right now I have a few calendars myself set up. So I've got my soccer calendar, I've got the web calendar. Right now I have all those calendars turned off. You can click them and turn them off and on. And so what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to click Add, and you're going to create a new calendar, and you could call it Homework. Call it whatever you want, really. You could add a description of what it's all about, give it a location. You don't really have to fill in all that. One of the important things that you must do if you want this calendar to be useful for anyone is to share this calendar with others, and then make this calendar public, and then make sure that people can see all event details, and then you will click Create Calendar. Before you do that, Google is going to warn you that anything you put on this calendar will possibly be seen by anyone. So you probably don't want to fill in your hot date with the missus on your calendar unless you want the world to know about it, which I don't know, maybe you do. But so you just make sure you put only school stuff on there. So we'll click yes. We are sure. Alrighty, and then it generates our new calendar here. Sometimes it's a glitch with the system, and sometimes it gives you this gobbledygook. And if that's the case, just click this drop-down menu here, click Calendar Settings, and then come back in here and rename it back to what it was, Homework. Click Save. I don't know why it does it. It does. All right, so here our homework calendar is on. Really easy to add things to the calendar. Just click September 7th. All right, so we got the first day of school, and we will click Create Event. Maybe on day 2 you have a parent letter due or something. All right, maybe on the 16th you have Chapter 1 assessment. All right, you can go ahead and, I mean, you can really add anything you want. One thing you want to make note of is that if you click this drop-down menu here, you could add these events to other calendars, but we just want to add it to homework, and because only my homework calendar is lit up right now, it's going to default to adding it to that. All right, but let's say maybe we have a field trip on Thursday the 23rd, and we want to put a few more specifics, so we could say Twins game. We're going to a Twins game, even though it's on the homework calendar, and we click Edit Event Details, and then in here, instead of having it be an all-day event, we can have it, we can adjust the time. Maybe it's a 1 o'clock start, and we'll be back, by 4 o'clock. All right, where, you can put in an actual address, or you can just put it in a generic location like Target Field. You can add a further description. You can add an attachment. So you could add, if it is a field trip, you could add a permission slip. You can add all kinds of things from within here. I'm not going to go through all that. Then just click Save. And you'll notice the difference between Chapter 1 assessment and Twins game. Chapter 1 assessment is all blue. First day of school is all blue. Parent letter due is all blue. Or maybe it's purple. I'm colorblind, so don't fault me on that. But the point is that these are set as all-day events, so they show that solid color. Whereas the Twins game, it starts at 1. I can click on it. I can see those additional details. So that's just kind of the difference in that. You can also add multiple events to the same day. So maybe on this day we also have, I don't know, we also have a test. Just for whatever reason. Create event. All right. So again, you can have multiple things on multiple events on the same day. So if you wanted to, you could set up a team calendar as well, to keep your team stuff or your department stuff handy. But this is just our class calendar. Okay, so we've got enough on here. We're good to go. Our calendar, it's saved automatically. We can leave it for now. Now we come back to our Google site, and we click our friendly Edit Page button. And then wherever we want to put our calendar, maybe we want to put it down over here, so maybe we'll put it down here. All right. So all we're going to do is we're just going to type Insert, or click Insert rather, and then click Calendar. And then we will select our calendar from a list of available calendars that we have. We created the homework one, so we will click that. We will click Select. There are a bunch of things that you can input to customize your calendar here. I'd recommend just start with the default settings, which are what you see here, and then feel free to customize them from there. You can adjust the height, so how tall you want your calendar to be visually. The width, I would recommend leaving that blank so it stretches as wide as it can, but that's up to you. The view, we'll come back to this setting in a second, but then, you know, all this stuff, leave it for now, see what you want, play around with it. Click Save. All right, for whatever reason, it doesn't always put the calendar where you tell it to, so you kind of have to drag it and finagle it a little bit, which is incredibly frustrating. Believe me, I know. So let's see here. Okay, so we got our calendar down here, and it made a copy. I don't know why it does it. I don't like it. It's just a glitch. So we've got Google Calendar here and Google Calendar here. Yuck. We want to get rid of this one. Click Remove. Okay. So now we have our Google Calendar down here, and we'll just click Save to see how it looks. All right, and there you have it. You see my calendar is on the front page, and just to kind of give you a better idea here, I'll get rid of my old homework agenda. We'll click Save, and so now when people log into my website or check my website, they can see the full month view. All right, they can, because we left the setting enabled, they can also view it like this or view the week view, but you, as the controller of the website, if you go back to Edit Page and you click your calendar and click Properties, you can also adjust that. So you could have the view start as an agenda view, and you could disable the Show Week, Month, and Agenda tabs. And you could disable to the border around the calendar, for example. We'll click Save. We'll click Save. And now you notice that I can't click Month, Week, or Agenda. There isn't a border around the calendar now. It's just this kind of this agenda view, and it's showing, you know, our dates, and we could tell it to look for more, but there are no more dates. But you can, you know, again, there are the settings. You can customize it as much as you want. You know, maybe we'll not include the title. Maybe we'll make it shorter, and maybe we'll have it be a week view. And we'll put the tabs back in, and we'll click Save. All right, and so now we've got it viewed, our calendar viewed by week. All right, and then you can, again, scroll through and see all those different things. So that is how you add a calendar to your Google site. Now, the handy thing, if you want to change anything, you're going to go ahead and you will change it in your calendar, right? So if I come in here and add an event real quick, I create my event, and then I come back and I refresh this page, and it will be there, except now trust me, it will be there. There we go. Got to click Save. Wouldn't normally have to do that, but the site seems to be acting up on me tonight. So that is how you add the Google Calendar. Pretty easy to do. If you have any questions, feel free to give me a holler. Good luck. Talk to you later. Peace.